Tonight, we honor a life of service, a life of leadership, and a life of commitment to community shown by Fort Myers City Council member Johnny Streets Jr., a man whose career has been defined not by titles, but by impact. Councilmember Streets' story is rooted in service. Long before he took a seat on the Fort Myers City Council, he dedicated his life to protecting and uplifting the people of this city as a member of the Fort Myers Police Department. His work in law enforcement was not about authority, it was about responsibility, trust, and presence. One of the most historic milestones of his career came when he became the first black K-9 officer in the Fort Myers Police Department. That achievement represented more than a professional first. It symbolized progress, representation, and the breaking of barriers within local law enforcement. At a time when trust between police and communities of color was fragile, Johnny Streets stood as a visible reminder that leadership and service can reflect the diversity of the community it protects. But he did not stop there. Recognizing that public safety is deeply connected to stability and opportunity, Councilmember Streets created and led the Public Housing Policing Unit. This innovative approach focused on relationship building, accountability, and consistent presence within public housing communities. The results were clear. Crime was reduced in public housing, not through aggressive enforcement, but through trust, through communication, and through collaboration. He understood that safety grows where people feel seen, heard, and respected. Councilmember Streets also understood something fundamental. You cannot expect children to succeed if their basic needs are unmet. That belief led him to launch a program providing breakfast to youth, ensuring that children went to school nourished and ready to learn, not hungry, not distracted, or not feeling left behind. This initiative spoke volumes about his character. It showed that his commitment to public safety extended beyond policing into prevention, compassion, and opportunity. He recognized that feeding a child is an investment in education, health, and future success. Throughout his career, Johnny Streets has been a steadfast advocate for housing, recognizing that safe, affordable housing is the foundation of strong families and strong communities. He has consistently raised his voice for those who too often go unheard, residents struggling with rising costs, displacement, and inequality. His advocacy for social justice has been unwavering. Whether in uniform or in office, Councilmember Streets has worked to ensure fairness, dignity, and equity are not just ideals, but are realities. He has pushed for policies and practices that recognize the humanity of every resident, regardless of background or circumstances. At the heart of his work is a belief in community policing. The idea that law enforcement and communities are partners, not adversaries. His career has modeled what it means to serve with empathy, with accountability, and with respect. He has shown that safety is stronger when it is built together. As a city council member, Johnny Streets continued to bring the same philosophy to local government. His decisions were informed by real-world experience, deep community relationships, and a lifelong commitment to service. He leads with understanding that policy affects people and that leadership must always be grounded in compassion. From breaking barriers as a police officer to reducing crime through innovation to feeding children and advocating for housing and justice, Councilmember Streets' legacy is one of action. His career reminds us that meaningful change doesn't happen by chance. It happens because someone chooses to step forward and to serve. Johnny Streets has done just that for Fort Myers and for generations to come. Tonight we celebrate more than a resume. We celebrate a legacy of breaking barriers, a legacy of feeding children, a legacy of reducing crime through trust, a legacy of standing up for housing, justice, and community. Johnny W. Streets Jr. has dedicated his life to making Fort Myers safer, stronger, and more united. His impact can be seen in neighborhoods, in schools, in families, and in the future of this city. Councilmember Streets, we thank you. We honor you and we celebrate your service, your leadership, and your unwavering commitment to the people of Fort Myers. Congratulations on this much-deserved honor.